Man, let's see if we can get him here. And there we go. What's up, Coach?
Sorry, man.
We finally figured it out.
I apologize.
No worries at all. All right, I'm going to get us going, all right?
Sounds good.
All right, I'm excited to hop on here again. We're with a good friend of mine. I'm going to be interviewing different players, current and former, as well as coaches, to just hear some background, some different stories of how basketball has impacted their lives. And tonight I have the privilege of interviewing current Ohio State assistant coach Ryan Pedon. Come on, Coach.
Love it.
Got to get it going here. A little
Great.
Buckeye music to get us going. Coach, how are you doing tonight? Hope everything's well and healthy your way. How is all this craziness with COVID-19 affecting you?
Yeah, man. It's been some strange times for sure. Like it has for everybody. Sort of following the legislators' lead and staying home as much as possible. I try to get out of the house when I can throughout the day, go on walks or runs, sort of to keep my sanity, and trying to make the most of our time, just staying busy, obviously with recruiting a lot, and trying to spend a little extra time with the family too. So in that regard, it's been a blessing.
Absolutely. I think everybody's enjoying that little extra family time, but also everybody's trying to find some sanity because we know family can fight easily. But so you played at Wooster, you coached at Miami, Ohio, Kent State, Toledo, Illinois, Butler, and now The Ohio State University. Talk a little bit about your journey as a player and a coach.
Sure. I played. I grew up in Columbus and played at Bexley High School. Went on to play college ball, like you said. I had 4 awesome years there. Made some friendships that I still hold near and dear to my heart. And sort of always knew in my heart that I wanted to coach. And didn't have a whole lot of interest in much else besides basketball. So after I graduated from Worcester, I went to Miami of Ohio. I was fortunate enough to get a graduate assistantship there, and volunteered my time on the coaching staff at Miami, and was able to learn a lot breaking into the business under Charlie Cole, my original mentor. And he was an unbelievable man and unbelievable coach, and impacted my life in a whole lot of ways. And I was there 2 years. Got hired on by Jimmy Christian, head coach at Kent State. Joined on there director of basketball operations role for 3 years, and was just trying to kind of continue to grind my way through those early years and to break into the coaching side of it. Got a break to go back to Miami. I was there for 5 years. Charlie Coles again. Left there in 2010 to go on staff for Todd Kowalczyk at the University of Toledo. I was there for 3 years. Then left there, went to University of Illinois. Was there for 2. Went to Butler for 2, and then came from Butler here to Columbus. So it's been kind of a circuitous route that I've taken, but in our profession, that's sort of par for the course.
Right.
So to be sort of full circle here at age 41 and be back in my hometown coaching at Ohio State, it's an unbelievable feeling, and thankful to really be here.
Absolutely. And you have been an Ohio guy your whole life, a former ball boy for the Buckeyes?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
And now you're coaching with the Buckeyes. What does that feel like? Does it feel like a dream come true?
It is, for sure. I grew up a diehard Buckeye fan. My old man sort of raised me that way. From the time I was probably 6 years old, we had season tickets for football and basketball. And that was our family activity. That was our common thread as a family as we would attend all the football games and all the basketball games. So it's part of my, my fabric, the fabric of my childhood. And I had a deep love for Ohio State and obviously for basketball as a whole. So opportunity to be a ball boy for a couple years was very cool. And now, yeah, to be on the other side of it many years later is something I don't take for granted at all.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, actually. That's a pretty cool story. Let's talk about the season a little bit. Let's talk about how things ended. You guys got off to a really hot start to start the season, cooled off a bit, went through some tough stretches, got hot again, looked like you were tournament poised. How tough was it to end the way it did with the season ending, and how it had to be extremely tough for seniors and guys leading going to the draft?
Yeah, John, it was. I think it was, you could say the same uh, for teams across the country.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, seniors that was their last shot at the dance. That they go out with an unfulfilled feeling. It's got to be tough for those guys. I know for our team in particular, we've been through a lot. For sure. We played really well early in the season. I think we surprised some people early. Caught up to us a little bit. Didn't play, for whatever reason, did not play our best basketball in the month of January, but had the fortitude and sort of the makeup to stabilize, play really well down the stretch. We were playing as good as anyone in the conference, and we were 9-3 for our last 12 games. We had
Mm-hmm.
sort of a stable roster situation we overcame. And I think our players were hitting their stride right at the right time. So yeah, it was definitely an unfulfilling feeling. It was frustrating, but when you think big picture and you realize why we're not playing, it immediately puts things in perspective. People are losing their lives over this, and this virus, and this is a pandemic that is of historical proportion. So, I think you take it for what it is, and it's a very serious situation, and try to make the most of it. And control what we can.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Looking ahead, all right, you guys have added some really nice pieces for 2021 season. Talk about your additions. What are your expectations going into next season?
So yeah, so we'll be. I do think we'll be a lot different than we were this year. We lose, two best shooters, Andre Wesson, Caleb Wesson. Um, we'll lose their experience, obviously their toughness. We had some roster changes. We're adding two freshmen that I think are going to be really key pieces for our program next year and also moving forward. Eugene Brown and Zed Key, and then I can only talk about at this point one of our guys that has signed on so far. The other guys haven't quite signed their tenders yet. But Seth Towns is going to be a phenomenal addition for us. We've known Seth for a long time. We recruited him when we were at Butler, actually, and he's a very high character young man. He's a heck of a basketball player. Fortunately, he's been fighting off injuries here for the last few years. So we're praying that he will return to full health, and I know he's working hard. He's a great kid. He's going to be a great addition to our program. He's from Columbus, so I think he's got real pride for the university, and I know he's very excited Buckeye. So we're excited. It's going to be it's going to be a lot of fun. We're very excited about our team.
Oh, having some technical difficulties here. Oh, there we go. Coach, can you hear me? I've seemed to lost the volume here. Hold on a second. So, Coach, I've seen a loss here. I can't hear you right now here. Let's see if we can fix you up here. Oh boy. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, we're going to try to jump back in here. Hold on. Sorry, guys. All right, hold on. We're going to try to jump back in here. Sorry, guys, about this. We're trying to get Coach back on here. Coach, gotcha?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Can you hear
there we
me?
go. All right. I got one comment that said these technical
Okay.
difficulties would never happen at Miami, Ohio. So, but we definitely think Seth's going to be a huge addition for you guys, especially if he's healthy. I mean, the kid can flat out play. He was a stud at Harvard, and we definitely hope to see him healthy. But when you guys do look, what do you look for when you're recruiting, especially now? You know, you've recruited in the MAC, you recruited in the Big Ten at Illinois, and then you went to Butler, and now you're at the Ohio State University. I mean, you're talking about one of the top programs in the country. All right, you guys beat Kentucky, you beat Carolina this year. What do you look for in recruiting?
Yeah, it's a great question. You know, it's not one thing to answer your question. I think for us, above all else, is fit.
Mm.
And that starts with character, you know, fitting our value system, our core values, our beliefs in terms of how we want to operate and live and work on a daily basis. From a basketball standpoint, I think there's some non-negotiables that we look for: toughness, competitiveness, uh, guys that will put team above self, guys that value winning at a high level over personal glory, and you know, guys that coach always says this, but guys that have an ability to get over themselves, meaning guys that you know want to be coached,
Mm-hmm.
not guys that have all the answers, guys that really want to be coached. We're all imperfect, and you know, we want guys that are lifelong learners, guys that want to you know get better, want to improve their craft, guys that will take it very seriously, and you know, most importantly, I think above all of that is guys that want to be a part of something special at Ohio State. You always feel like recruiting. You know, there's a balance between recruiting and you know trying to draw guys into your program,
Mm-hmm.
and then got the right guys that really want to be a part of your program,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense. And we want guys that want guys and that take a lot of pride in that.
That's a great answer. All right, and being at Ohio State and helping exceed some of those expectations and helping Coach Holtman and the team get to a 66-34 record over the last 3 years has to be awesome knowing you guys are starting to kind of build that championship quality program that you guys want. However, you have to be getting some head coaching interest being at the Ohio State University and being one of the top assistants. What are you looking for when you decide to make that jump to head coach? And,
Yeah, I think, you know, I've always had a goal of being a head coach, but there's a time and place for that. I think you sort of get consumed in your day-to-day life in terms of like, you know, what is my role or what's my responsibility job that I'm in.
Mhm.
Um, those types of situations, if they do present themselves, um, you know, I think for me personally, you know, um, I'm looking for. I would be looking for much of the same thing, kind of program that I would feel like I could coach to my convictions, and a place that I would be able to attract the kind of guys that I would want to coach
Mhm.
and be around on a daily basis. That's really important to me. Um, you know, I don't spend a ton of time thinking about that, to be honest with you. I'm really happy where I'm at right now. I
Right.
love the guys that I work with, and I love the boss that I work for.
No, more. Okay. All right. Yep. Again, Coach, we're going to have to sign back in one more time here. We're going to wrap him up here shortly. We're going to get him back one more time here for you guys. All right, Coach.
Back?
We're in and out here, but yeah, I mean,
I don't know where.
man.
I don't know where it cut off.
No, it's all right. I think you answered it pretty clearly. And at Ohio State, I don't think you really have that privilege of really thinking about it unless that right opportunity comes up. Am I wrong there?
Yeah, if the right opportunity comes up, you consider that. I'm not. I don't know. Our boss has a saying. He says, "Be where your feet are."
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of truth to that. And it's a great way of looking at it, especially in this day and age when we got a million different things going on all around us and places to distract us. I think that's something we all have to work at. But, you know, at the end of the day, I know, and I've been doing this long enough that if you're happy and you love the people you work with and that you work for, don't mess with that. And so I'm excited to be at Ohio State, and I want to be a part of building, you know, something very special here.
Okay. All right. Great, Coach. And it looks like we may be losing him again. Oh, no, you're still there? All right. Well, I much for being on with us, everybody, and we're gonna leave you here with a little Buckeyes theme song here. All right, guys, go Buckeyes! Thanks for hopping on. Have a